Whilst conducting a daily inspection at 2:27 p.m, a shift deputy noticed that at the point where the counterweight and man-riding cage pass, the counterweight appeared misaligned. The deputy contacted the control room operator to advise them, then continued with his inspection until he reached pit bottom, 412 metres below the surface. Engineers were informed of the misalignment of the counterweight. A mechanical engineer attended the shaft winder to investigate. While the mechanical engineer was investigating, a work crew and the deputy travelled to the surface using the winder without encountering any problems. The deputy then discussed his observations in relation to the misaligned counterweight with the mechanical engineer. At 3:20 p.m, about 60 afternoon shift workers travelled to the pit bottom. They felt vibrations and heard noises. Immediately after the crew arrived at shaft bottom, a shift deputy contacted the control room to report the unusual vibration and noises. At 3:26 p.m, two workers walked past the deputy on the phone and entered the number 3 shaft conveyance and began to travel to the surface. During the trip, the counterweight collided with the number 4 water ring, which tripped the winding system's seam profile switch, stranding the workers for 8 hours, 160 metres below the surface. The shaft winder uses 4 head ropes. When all 4 ropes are of equal tension, the net torque on the counterweight is 0. When there is uneven head rope tension, a rotational torque is applied to the counterweight. The investigation identified that the rotation of the counterweight was generated by out-of-balance head rope tensions. As the tension variation in the head ropes increases, the wear rate on the drum groove liners accelerates due to rope slip. This further aggravates the variation in head rope tension. At the time of the incident, there was a variance of up to 4.5 millimetres between the 4 head rope drum grooves, which over a depth of 400 metres would result in a 1.456 metre difference in rope travel between the ropes. The rotation of the counterweight meant that it was possible for the counterweight to contact the conveyance or the shaft wall whilst it was in motion. Other causal factors include the maintenance and inspection scheme did not recognise the criticality of the balanced head rope tensions. Early indicators were not recognised and properly communicated to senior personnel to action. Mine operators should review their safety management systems relating to shaft winding systems and consult with appropriately skilled people to identify the control measures that are critical to maintaining designed clearances and safe operating limits. Developing or reviewing defect reporting systems to include subjective and verbal comments by the workforce. Maintaining accurate records for all baseline data. Challenging the effectiveness of maintenance tasks to provide consistent outcomes to maintain a safe state and clearly identify a deviation requiring escalation and/or isolation of equipment. Identifying the critical tasks in the maintenance management system and a response plan if those tasks are not completed. Considering a change of duty that should trigger a review of the maintenance schedule. For more information and to view the full report, resourcesregulator.nsw.gov.au